It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
Good morning, sports fans. We are here, all of us, to experience something that you haven't thought you'd ever seen before. Right here on the Hit the Bid radio program. A trade that has transcended all time and space. Right here from his little tiny garage in his mother's house. One man has changed the face of trading. Right here, this man. Yeah, I heard a Howard Cosell impersonation yesterday. I haven't thought of that dude in a while. Then I saw some videos where Howard Stern and Muhammad Ali were punching each other, and I was like, that has to be AI. There's an AI for everything now. I saw a fight. They had an AI Muhammad Ali fighting Bruce Lee. That was pretty damn funny. This is the way. I met Kenny back in 1987. A young man, shocked by his uncle getting his ass kicked in the 87 crash. But a new career was born then and that moment. And Kenny, determined to be a trader, wanted to know what was it all about. Lane Meyer to attempt the K-12. You know your references. All right. Well, right now, if you haven't seen this trade, I will show it to you again. That's right. Tesla long, IBM long. Why? So this morning, as Kenny explained, why would you think to short Tesla? The stock is easily going to 3,000, he said. All right, I got to take off Howard Cosell voice, but because this is now the trade that we've all been waiting for, right? So the rebuys are the best buys because the people that didn't get involved in the first one or the second one, they're all pissed off. Was he all pissed off? If you know that reference, you get a free pass to the schmooze tonight. All right, let me get my face on camera. But right now, it's all about Tesla. Just finally broke out. We've been waiting for it to go to 430.62 all day. But you see, the market, as I've been trying to remind you, first, it never goes down. But what about yesterday? Yeah, what about yesterday? Yeah, it went down for what? An hour or two? And it was great. And then you got to remember that you have to cover and go long because the market never goes down, especially 2 days in a row. That would be absurd. 2 days in a row? I mean, what are you, nuts? So you came in today. It didn't matter what the market was doing because you heard that Tesla, a stock that some are predicting, sorry, now I can't stop, going to $3,000 a share. That's right. Just using simple math. It can't go to 3,000 without breaking 420. And today, the VWAP was 420. All right, let me get a cup of coffee because we're going to be talking about Tesla for the next 45 minutes. Get my face working. Hold on. I'm looking pretty. Let me get my face on. I don't want to be a distraction to anybody putting trades on now. Hold on a second. one guy's like, this guy sounds a lot like Howard Cosell. No, you know what? Eventually, no one's even know who I'm talking about. I'm getting to the age where my kids don't even know my references anymore. My wife hardly knows. Soon I'll be talking and I'll be making references that nobody even remembers, like Flo, the sassy waitress from Alice. I'm glad you guys remember her. Howard Cosell, every young boy's first impersonation. When we all thought we could get on stage, everyone had a Howard Cosell impersonation, didn't you? All right, couple things. Raise your hand if you thought the market was actually going to go down today. I guess I got to raise my hand because I'm that guy. Right? I keep thinking the market could actually go down 2 days in a row. Put your hand down. And then I realize, again, I'm a bear trapped in a perpetual bull market that'll never end. Not that I don't need it to end. I like when volatility comes in. Days like yesterday are my best days because I trade well, knowing when I'm shorting, it's not going to last. So I'm extra vigilant and extra focused. And then that short on the Qs yesterday, was one of my best days of the year, again, because it was small risk for big rewards finally on some QQQ puts. But for a second, yesterday when we were selling the market, it was just very, very calculated. Each sell-off went to a very specific multiple time frame VWAP, and that's where it bounced. We were kind of forced to cover and then get short again twice. And then inevitably, when it got down to the 20-day, that's when I actually thought, oh, maybe this is something special. And no, came right back, got out, great trade. So this morning, going back to just the concept that the market never goes down. Yeah, it went down this morning. I don't know if you guys were awake, but double bottom break of pre-market lows. It's a reason to short, right? And what did it become? Fake them out, shake them out, VWAP break, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. So the trade that never fails keeps showing up to remind you that shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. Because the market, I'm going to say it again, it never goes down. Oh, but it went down yesterday. Did it? Well, yeah, well, for a little while. That's all you're going to get. And now every time the market pulls back, that begins a new bull market. And those are now new generational lows. But again, does that matter? Nope. None of that matters. Let me say this again with passion and feeling. I don't give a shit where the market goes tomorrow. I don't care if it crashes tomorrow. I don't care if it goes up 10% into the market into the end of the year. I want to make money every day. And then from there, we could branch out. You guys are long to VICR, congratulations. And if you bought that one trade from my analyst friend, who now is everybody's best friend at $58, and you're still in it because his target is 250, and there's no reason to sell when a stock reports earnings that doesn't even fade, and then it gaps and goes. You're never going to see a more bullish chart pattern and bullish posture of a stock than you've seen in this stock in the last 3 days. It seems like everybody wants to own this thing. So no reason to be selling it. But more importantly, let's go talk about this Tesla trade we're in right now, right? Why are we still in Tesla? Well, because the algorithm tells us that it's going to go to 430.58. Kenny, that's some bullshit, right? You just drew that line there, making us think that was there the whole morning. Nope, it was there the whole morning, right? So this chart right here is not just your your day maker. It could be your week maker, your month maker, or your year maker, and certainly your hitthebid.com subscription maker. And that's what we're trying to do here is I want to get everybody paid as soon as humanly possible, especially if you join for a month or a quarter or a year. Isn't it amazing that you step into my arena, or whatever we call the chat room, and on day one, especially if day one where it was Monday, where we had almost 78 to 80 trades that were working. And by the way, the Beyond Meat's long again. Just got to pause. Hang on. I got a trade on. All right. Now, I just did something probably stupid buying this stock back, but I've made money on Beyond Meat long now 4 times today, and now I'm going for 5. Why did I just buy it? Because it just broke those highs. Now I'm anticipating it going here, but again, now it's a chase, right? So let me explain what I just did and why I'm probably going to lose money on this trade. I've been trading this stock perfect today. Why? Let me get rid of the red lines for a second. When you have VWAP, it tells you everything you need to know about trading. There's one line on my screen, that blue line. That's VWAP. What you're looking at is sink or swim. They have the best data. Their VWAP is better than your VWAP. Now I'm going to show you something else. Where's that prior day VWAP? Whoa! Way up there. Damn. Are you saying it's going to go there? It might. But what that's taking into consideration is the data from yesterday and all the activity, because if you didn't notice, Beyond Meat was absolutely insane yesterday. It rallied from 50 cents to basically 8.86 and then rolled over and died, and we crushed it. But in 2025, the year of the dog shit stock resurrection, you got to come in the next day and say, hey, let's see if Beyond Meat wakes up. You take it under advisement. And you say, but I thought we're not going to trade these pump and dump bullshit stocks anymore, Kenny. And I said, well, as long as it keeps getting pumped, let's play it. When do we buy it? Faux show, bro, VWAP rates, just like any other trade. So whether it's IBM, Tesla, or Beyond Meat, it's the same chart pattern that pays us. What is that chart pattern, you say? That would be known as the fake them out, shake them out, break them out. Faux, show, bro. That trade's been working since 1996 when a gentleman named Robbie Krieger, not that Robbie Krieger, was sitting next to me. And I said, doesn't it seem like the market just fakes everybody and shakes everybody out, and then it just rips? And he's like, it breaks out. I'm like, I think we're on to something. It fakes them out, shakes them out, and then breaks them out. It's like a faux show, bro. Right. And we've been saying that since 1996. And the trade's been working forever because if you haven't noticed, the stock tends to break a new low. That's when the rebound happens. Just let me put up a random symbol, right? Oh, look. Random symbol. It always seems to break another new low, then come back, then breaks out. First symbol I chose, just random symbol. Fake them out, shake them out, break them out. Because the market, remember, doesn't want you to make money, and it wants to inflict the most pain upon everybody. So how does it do it, and why does the faux show bro do that to people? The long trader, let's say that was buying Halliburton up here, it starts to roll over, and oh, it held this spot, he puts a stop there, next thing you know, it goes to that spot and stops the last person out, then it goes back up, then it breaks VWAP. So it fakes out and shakes out the long. But at the same time, morons like me who still think the market has a chance of going down every once in a while, they short new low breaks. So the long's getting out, oh, it's going to get worse. The short's like, yeah, it's going to get worse. And then 2 minutes later, they're both wrong. And then everybody's got to make a new decision. And what's that decision? The fear of missing out. Long trader wants back in, VWAP rate. And the shorter that sort of knows what they're doing, knows that they made a big mistake here, and they better cover here. So the long's getting back in, the short's covering their short, and the algorithms that buy VWAP breaks are buying. That's why the trade works every freaking time, especially on stocks that have reported earnings. So when you go back to the Tesla, and you say to me, well, I can't react this quick to be a day trader, Penny. Quick. This was like a slow motion softball being pitched at you at 2 miles an hour, and you just wait for it. Because let's go through the steps like we're at an AA meeting. First of all, did anybody think the market was going down today? Secondly, did anybody think that Tesla was going to gap down on earnings without there being some buying on the dip on Tesla, a stock that's going to go to 3,000? Seriously? Did you think that was it for Tesla? Well, maybe you did. Great. Maybe you did. I didn't. I came in with 2 stocks on the mind. IBM's down big, I'm buying IBM. Tesla's down big, I'm buying Tesla. Why? Because the market doesn't go down. But that's my premise, right? That's my idea. So then I use VWAP. When I say VWAP saved my life, remember, I'm a short. Tesla was a short first because it broke VWAP. And the shorters were getting paid. And they were probably getting all excited. No, that's the end of the road of this stock. We knew it. Okay, yeah, you knew it. Good. Let them have some fun. I'm waiting for them to get faux showed. There's the fake out. Shake them out. Break them out. Faux show, bro. Earnings report. VWAP break. Buy it. And we got paid. But Kenny, it looks like it rolled over, broke VWAP. I know. And that's where I sold it. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, that was okay. But then 3 minutes later, we noticed that it was a faux show. VWAP break. Buy it. But you just sold it. I know. Buy it again. And we got paid. And then it rolls over. And this time we stopped out here because that's an inverse butt crack, right? So we sold it here. And then 8 minutes later, wait a minute. 8 minutes later, it broke the VWAP, make a new low, and then it came right back. Buy it. And now we're back in Tesla. And this is the best trade of them all because this is the third one. So all the people that made their mistakes here and here and here and here and here and here are running back in. And now the algorithm, 1 minute to the multi-day. And we're also long IBM because want to see something very similar? IBM. Looks like the same chart. Pulls back. Faux show, bro, VWAP break. Everybody gets paid. Little range breaking. Never broke under VWAP, but what's that? That's a faux show, bro. Faux show, bro. And where do we go? Orange line. Say it with me, folks. The market is rigged. And you're long Beyond Meat, and you're long IBM, and Beyond Meat now, as somebody was laughing at me for buying the stock, look at it now. Look at it now. Why? Because it faux show bro. And then it came back. Look at that. That little wick trying to get that last sucker out. Little faux show. Now what's going to happen? Kenny, are you saying this thing's going to 483? I certainly am. But if it gets to 350, I'm going to sell some. But I thought you just said it's going to go to 483. I know. But what if I'm wrong? I'm going to sell some at 350. And not only am I going to sell some at 350 if it gets there, which is that print right there. Hold on. That's 346. That's what we're looking for right now. Breaks 346. We're looking at, clean break. And then we're looking for where it came from. There, right there. Above 381, I will start saying we're going to 483. But it's about what you're going to do on the way there. And right now, the way you trade, stay in the business, the way you trade is if you just bought the stock for the third time with me, off the VWAP, back in at 311, you know what you're doing here? You're selling. You're selling 335. You're selling on the way there. You got your 3,000 shares, sell 500 here. Put a stop if you're wrong. And that stop is exactly right there. You see where the one candle top hit the bottom of the candle? That's your first stop. And now here's where we need to talk, right? You guys are still in Tesla, right? Tesla, I love Tesla. So here's where we have to talk now. If you're in from 311, your attitude's a little bit different from the person that bought at 288. 288 player can let it breathe a little bit. Someone who bought it at 311 is not going to let it breathe as much. That doesn't make the trade not good, but you got to adjust your risk. So now when it breaks, hopefully 350, that's when you start figuring, hey, if it breaks the triple top, where's it going to go? It's going to go say hello to its little friend right here, 380. You got yourself 3,000 shares. Yeah, you're selling 500 right now. Sold to you. But why are you selling, Kenny? Because I can. Because if I sell here at 345, sold to you, and it starts to plummet, at least I've taken some money off the table. That's trading. You have an expectation. You have a goal, a target. It's what you're doing on the way there and what happens when things start to change. Like Tesla, right? Most of this trade is over, right? We have won. Nobody can lose on this trade now. We made money on it once, twice, and thrice. So where are my 430 call buyers when we said, hey, let's put this lotto play on now because we got some cash. And again, it wasn't as lotto as I hoped. You know what the lotto play is? That's when you buy the out of the money call and you hope, but you're doing it with the money that we already made off the stock. And now you have the luxury or the ability or the wherewithal or the whatever word you want to use to buy some 430s on the fake out, shake out. And now you're in them at $4 and you're banging them out here at 8. How you doing? So if you joined my room yesterday, you said, all right, tough guy, I've been hearing you yapping for 10 years. Let me see what you got. I got IBM, I got Tesla, and I got Beyond Meat. And you just paid, not just for your month or your quarter, you paid for your year on the trade that I said hasn't failed in 4 years. Now you've experienced it. Welcome to the party right there. There's more to come. Get involved with what we're doing here. I've never seen it work like this before in my life. When I say this trade hasn't failed in 4 years, if you just joined me 6 weeks ago, has one failed yet? The answer is no. They keep working. Do they work better in a bull market? Sometimes, if you're doing the bullish ones. Does this work in a bear market? Certainly does. What about a sideways market? Absolutely. As long as there's volume, there's going to be gaps fading and being sold into. As long as the market is open, these trades will continue to work because VWAP is the language of love of the algorithms themselves. And all we're trading is algos. What do you think this move is all about? It's algorithmic. First name Al, last name Gorithmic, right? It's IBM. You think it's a coincidence that it went from the blue line to the orange line? These are not coincidences. When I tell you, I prove every day that the market is 100% rigged. It's not a debate. Some of you guys have listened to my spiel now for 3-4 years. Not a debate. I win the prize. The market is rigged. And if you trade it as if it's rigged, because it is, and it never goes down, you will see this market clearer than anybody ever did. VWAP, rigging, market never goes down. Until that changes, and it hasn't changed since I've been VWAPing, it's 13 years now. Oh, the market's crashed. Yeah. And did it come back? Right. Market never goes down. What about COVID? What about it? What that was 3 weeks. What about that Trump thing? What was that? That was 24 hours. So those are the bear markets now. We're not even getting 7-minute bear markets because what you witnessed yesterday might have been it. That might have been it. That sell-off yesterday might have been it for the year. See ya. But as I make commentary about market health and where it's going, nobody gives a shit about that as a day trader. I want to know where IBM's going today and Tesla and Beyond Meat, as well as Alcoa, right? Good luck being a shorter. It was a short for about 9 seconds. Faux show, bro, VWAP break for the win. Oh, wait, I got an alert. FLWS long. Oh, no. No, I ain't chasing that piece of shit. No, I crushed this thing on the short side yesterday. Not interested. But here, let me just show you this Alcoa trade, right? Who the hell even trades Alcoa? We do. And I was looking to short it, right? And by the time I even got the word short out of my mouth, the thing plummeted. But then a minute and a half later, what's it doing? Faux, show, VWAP break. Short's over, buy the stock. Fake them out, shake them out, VWAP break. You're buying VWAP, and you're using the tops, you're using the bottom of the last candles as you're out. Kenny, is there any videos to explain this trade? Because you talk fast while the market's open. As a matter of fact, guy, on November 22nd, and I hope you guys are still along IBM. On November 22nd, pencil this one in right before Thanksgiving, and you'll thank me when you're talking about your uncle that you haven't seen, or that guy that always gives you bad stock picks. You know, your cousin that thinks he knows what he's doing. You tell him that you met me. And on November 22nd, Saturday, yeah, on a Saturday, I'm going to get together for 2 hours, maybe more, and I'm going to go over all these trades over the last, month and explain to you in step-by-step detail how you trade these setups, how to find them, how to stay focused, VWAP, multiple time frame VWAP, where your entries are, where your stops are, and what your targets are. And we'll talk about that for 2.5, 3 hours. At the end of the session, I'll show you how also to plot your VWAP correctly and how to use Thinkorswim to trade options on the chart themselves, which is a lovely, lovely feature. Because if you're only trading options and you're trading them at the money, they trade with the stock. So again, the Tesla was the 425s originally. Sorry, it was the 420s originally. So if you go to a 420, bang, you see how it's the same chart as the stock because it's lockstep. You buy the 430s, they're not going to go exactly with the stock because it's further out of the money. So I love charting the option itself, and you see there's your fake out, shake out, blue line, orange line, fake them out, shake them out. This is the last one we're in right now. And if anybody's happened to be in the 420s, you're in the wrong contract. But you really want to get when the stock starts to go up a little bit more, you go to the higher strike. So this time it's the 427.50s. Again, same chart pattern. There's the fake them out, shake them out. There's the entry at 480. And now you got a stock that's sitting here at 880. Just a measly 100%. I know making 100% on options in this market it's kind of the standard. You should be looking for 200 or 300% most of the time. But As we keep doing this over and over again, you keep noticing that, well, I hope you're noticing that the trade not only works every time it shows up, but it quite often replicates 2 or 3 times in the same day. And that also keeps you in these trades, like Tesla. There is zero reason to be selling all of your position. We got them on the run, boys. What movie? We got to go inside, outside. They got them on the run, boys. They can't lick us. They can't lick us. Where's it going? It's going to 432.50. And then what happens at 432.50? It goes to 435. So raise your hand again. Did you think Tesla was going to be down for the day in a bull market where nothing goes down? You should have been saying, holy shit, I can't believe Tesla's on the 420. You should have bought it just because it was down. But if you're not that courageous, how about a nice VWAP break? How about a nice test and a faux show bro? How about a nice test and a faux show bro to convince you? Well, I guess Tesla's not going down. You're right. Buy it. Man, I heard that IBM quarter was terrible. Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about earnings. Nobody cares. Once the earnings are out, whatever you need to be worried about, that's over with. Now you resume your course back to where all stocks are going, up. Because the market never goes down. You see how it all comes back to play? So if you come in with that same attitude every day, okay, market never goes down. Oh, it seems to be going down now. Great. In that moment, you could go short like we did yesterday. But if you keep it in the back of your mind, all right, market never goes down. I can't believe we're actually short here and making money. I know this is not going to last. Right. So if you are making money as a shorter, which is it's like a fart in the wind, right? At least use VWAP the way I use it, right? I came in today thinking we could actually go down. And then I realized, wait a minute, the market never goes down. But I asked VWAP to do me a favor. All right, can you prove it to me? Because I'm really thinking about shorting the market today. Can you prove? Oh, okay. Oh, VWAP break in a prior day VWAP. All right, I'm convinced we're never going down. And we go straight up. And then right there, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this time it's different. No, faux show, bro. We never go down. So it's not me saying that. If you're out there listening and you say, oh, here he goes again with the market never goes down bullshit. Does it? I get it. Sure. It goes down. Right. And then what? Does it stay down? So did it go down in the first place? I get it. But if you trade with that in the back of your mind, I'm telling you, the market's rigged, it never goes down, and trade VWAP, you are going to see this market crystal, and you'll never unsee it. And, you know, even stocks like VICR, man, I really wish I was in this with you, Kenny. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You got a faux show bro yesterday, a faux show bro in the middle of the day, and then a late day VWAP break. You could have bought it 3 different times yesterday. And then today you walk in, hey, man, I really wish I would have met you 5 days ago. I heard everybody was in the stock at 58 bucks. I know. Doesn't make it too late to buy it today. Look what it did. Fake them out, shake them out, VWAP break, buy it. See what I'm saying? Every stock is a faux show bro away from ripping your head off. And that's why I went back to Beyond Meat. As much as I believe, just like Open, I believe this stock inevitably will be at zero, guaranteed almost. It's going to zero. But on the way there, it's going to be a shit ton of fun now that it woke up. Open table, which is not even open table anymore, it doesn't matter to me. That's the point. This is a busted company, and the harder they're trying to convince people online or on the message boards or on the tickers and Twitters and all that shit that it's a generational turnaround of their business model. Fucking insane. Say it like it is. We're trying to pump the stock up to get it squeezed again. That's it. But man, I'm telling you, I trade Open almost every day. short and long, but most of the time on the long side because every time it falls apart, it tends to get squeezed. Still think it's going to zero. Doesn't matter what I think is going to happen to the stock in the next 6 months or 2 years. It's a shit ton of fun to trade right now. And that's trading. So going back to the original premise of today, did you come in today thinking the market was going to go down? Great. So did I. Because I'm demented. I thought yesterday was something. I was like, yeah, today the sellers are going to show up. We're going to show this market to his boss. And it looked good for a second. UVXY, sprung to life. Gave me hope. And then my hope is dashed. And then I realized what? The market never goes down. Good luck. Good luck being a shorter trying to trade this market. Good luck without trying to trade with VWAP. Good luck. Because you're going to need it. Your fate sits by your side. Someone owes you money, Grandma. From the last time I stick it in you. Maybe one day in 2028, we'll have a 3-day sell-off. And it's going to be awesome. I'll be there for it. But keep going back to the default that the market doesn't go down. And stocks like Hasbro, right? Hasbro just showbroed and did a 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal. Where do you think it's going? 78. Why are we looking at Hasbro? Are you seriously asking that question? Why are we looking at Hasbro? They reported earnings. The stock sold off. And then it hit a 69.50. Remember that? Because the market's rigged to half numbers and whole numbers. And then you saw a faux show bro, and then it broke VWAP, and you bought it. And you made money. Remember this trade? No, you remember it, right? And then it faux show broke again. And now you got a faux show bro, 1-minute, multi-day VWAP reversal. And with a print of 78, that looks like it actually did hit. Chances are it's going to 78. And if anybody's trading this Hasbro, let's talk about it. You're basically $1.50 away from any reasonable area that if you're in it at the proper price, here or even this range break, you just got to pivots. The pivots are your areas of concern now. So a jiggle and a shuffle, held the jiggle and the shuffle area, lift off. So if anybody's still in the Hasbro, you're just using that price and this price as your out with the anticipation of it going back to the pre-market highs. But most of this trade, you see, there's another one. And I didn't even do this trade. That's why there's so many of these. If you just stick with earnings and VWAP and trade the way that I'm telling you to trade, it's hard to lose, my man. My man. You feel me? Or am I just doing this by myself again? Now, let's talk about Tesla. Because you're still in it, right? So where's it going to go? Right? So we got to the 1 minute and we got to the 1 day. So now what my script does, it tells you the 2 day. Oh, what's that doing? It's magic, Kenny. It's magic. It is magic. What that's doing is giving us the next algorithmic price discovery that's coming up. Hasbro, price discovery 78. Tesla, price discovery 535. So now, as a Tesla shareholder, because you're the greatest and you knew the stock was going to get bought today because we're in a market that never goes down and Tesla's going to 3,000, see how it all comes together? And you got a faux show, bro, V5 break, range rate. Now what? Kenny, is it really going to 435? Probably. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to lock it up. You see that last pivot right there? That's $400.30. $400, 430.25. Kind of see where it held it before, held it. That's our stop. So now, considering we're in sitting pretty, we've already sold some, 427.50, 430. So now 430.25 is your new stop, and you're hoping and assuming it's going to 435. And if it breaks 435, remember it's only 1140. So let's be positive about it. When it breaks 435, then it's going to go to the next area. Wouldn't you know it? 437.50. But what happens when it breaks 437.50, you ask? Good question. Then it's going to go to, well, that's the same price, but because I guess it didn't really do anything for 5 days. So here's 5 days worth of VWAP. Doesn't really help us. So I'll take 435 and 437.50, and then let's go back to where it was in the aftermarket. That's our end goal right there. Wouldn't you know it, friends? As if we're living in the Matrix, because we are. The top tick right there, wouldn't you know it? And if you guys know me, 443. Are you kidding? It's my lucky number. 43. If you haven't noticed, it's everywhere in society. I'm not getting into that conversation. It proves the Matrix is real. Anyway, but if this was your first day here, you traded Tesla once, you traded Tesla twice, and now the thrice one is the best one. Why? Because all the people that fugazied it up over here are coming back. And now the shorts realize, what have we done to our lives? Thinking the market could actually go down 2 days in a row. What were we thinking? And that's dumb. They won't cover until it goes green. So you're probably looking at another 5 or 6 points to the upside. I hope I'm right. But if I'm wrong, that red line is the out. And that's how you trade. You hope. You get in at a great entry, you sell some, you raise your stop, you hope for more, prepare to be stopped out, and now you can't lose. It's the same trade, the same day, every single day for the rest of our lives. And may this be the most monotonous, redundant trade. And it is. It's redundant, it's monotonous, it repeats, and it's awesome. November 22nd, you'll have to talk to my handler, Mary at Stock Market Media, something like that, or Spencer. If you're already a member, you're welcome to. If you're at least a member for 3 months, you get it for free. But if you're not a member, if you join now, you get a free class. What did I say? Yeah. Right. If you join now, you actually will. If you join now, you'll get the free class. Yeah, so you're right in time because the next one won't be till probably February. Actually, I might do it just live in Vegas. Oh wait, there's more. Check this out. By the way, a little sell program in the market right now. So don't be surprised if we have to sell the rest of the Tesla. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I'll sell it. Get in. It's all right if you have to sell. We're in from. I don't know where you guys bought it. I chased it above 425 to 426 and change. So I have to sell. It's all right. Wait, should I be getting excited about what's going on? This is a pretty nice pullback here. What's going on? Don't make me short the Qs. I'm not doing it. I am not shorting the Qs today, unless UVXY is at 1150. Can I help you folks who don't have access to TOS? Absolutely. Yes. Why can't you get Thinkorswim? Are you in another country that doesn't allow you to have Thinkorswim? Whatever platform you have, as long as you have candlesticks and the 1 minute VWAP, I can teach you how to build it from there. And then you get to meet my algorithmic guy. He's figuring out how to get on. I still should know the answer to this. I'm pretty sure he's got it figured out for Trading VU. TC something 1000. I think he's got it figured out for. And obviously Thinkorswim and Trading View. The Canadians. Yes, I don't understand why you can't get Thinkorswim. Why do they have against you, Canadians? Was it because it was owned by TD Waterhouse? Do you have any friends in the United States? Have them open an account, put $2 in it, and then you just log in using their account. Or do you not get access? I don't get that. But most trading platforms now have, Trading View. Yeah, we can definitely, yeah. Oh, we got to scan it for potential faux show bros. Yeah, that's coming. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, I have it working in the background. But we're trying to take it to a whole nother level. Instead of having it just being a scanner, which is good, because it'll tip you off to the ones that you should be in, right? But you still got to manually do the trade. What we're trying to work on for our next big project is to automate these trades. And then I'm just going to launch a fund, and then none of us will ever have to work again. We'll just let the algorithms do the work for us. That's the end goal. But as we get there, you're going to see the progression. It's going to start with an alert system, and then alert in and out, and then we're going to try to automate it. And that'll be awesome. And I think we're going to figure it out with Nos and my buddy Solid Jello and a couple other guys that I talked to. And again, I'm not the expert here. I just know the parameters. They have to do the programming. The programming is the hard part because it's just a bunch of if-then statements teaching the computer. As a human, I know I can feel it. The computer needs to know exactly what to do. It's not going to do anything. That's why this trade, the algo is already out. So the only thing my algorithm right now knows what to do, and it's a great algorithm, because if stock report earnings breaks new low, then breaks VWAP, it buys it. So if stock report earnings breaks new low, then breaks VWAP, I'm in. So I'm in here, right? The algo doesn't know anything else. It knows, okay, you're buying VWAP or using the too low prints as our stops. The only thing the algorithm knows, which in this case was freaking awesome, it knows, all right, I'm in here. I'm only selling it if it breaks this price and that price, and I'm going to sell it all if it hits the orange line. So the algo did much better on this trade than I did, because I was getting in and then out and then in and then out. The algo only knew I ain't doing shit until it gets to the orange line. In this case, it was great. But because the only thing that right now, if there's no prior day VWAP for it to sell at, the algo doesn't know what to do. I'm lost. Help me. I bought the stock. I don't know what to do with it. That's where we need to come in. Like, for instance, on IBM, it's another perfect trade. But as far as I'm concerned, a lot of us just bought the open, sold this move, got stopped out, and it was an awesome trade. The algo's like, I don't know what to do until it gets to the orange line. So it bought it here and it sold it here. The algo's having a really good day today. But there's a lot of times where prior day VWAP acts as support, and there is no prior day VWAP to use as a target. It kind of you're using it as support, and the algo doesn't know what to do. It just buys the stock, and then at the end of the day, it says it's still an open position. We're going to fix that. And when we do, and if we do, it's going to be awesome, because we're not going to miss any trades. And then get your shit right, join the room, meet my crew, get familiar with what we're doing, and then you'll be having a gay old time, Wilma. And you'll see why when I say this has been the best 10 days of trading in the last 30 years. You'll know why. It has been the best 10 days of trading in the history of ever. Every earnings reversal has worked. You've had multiple opportunities to take the same trade intraday. We're getting at least some volatility where we'll be able to take both sides of a trade, because I love that. I love being able to buy something early, short it later, like that if you guys were around that UAL trade, I mean, that UAL trade from about, what was that, 15 days ago? That was some of the sickest moves. I mean, we had blow off top, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, faux show bro to the prior day VWAP, faux show bro breakout into, I mean, it was just absolutely insane. But if you didn't have VWAP and multiple time frame VWAP, you might have been on the wrong side of all that stuff. Meanwhile, we were trading it like champs, and nobody ever traded. Who even trades UAL? Nobody. But that day we did, and that's like IBM. Now I didn't trade IBM, but you trade IBM on earnings day because that's when you get these algorithmic moves because it's all programmed. So, again, there's a couple of people out there, and again, the one person that called me criminally negligent, which I love that T-shirt. This woman, Gail, every morning I would say, all right, market kind of weak this morning. It's not going down, right? And inevitably the market would go up, and I'd be right. And she said, it's very irresponsible for you to say that every day. The market definitely goes down. You can't say nothing. It never goes down. I'm like, Gail, I get it. I was like, but if you trade with that attitude, I'm telling you, you'll see the market clearer. Of course, it goes down every once in a while. I get it. And then she said, it's almost criminally negligent on your part to say that. I was like, now that's a good phrase. And I got a T-shirt that says criminally negligent on it. Yes, I'm criminally negligent to point out the obvious. Market never goes down, Gail. Gail, if you're out there, you want to see my P&L from 2012 to 2015? Yeah, market never goes down, Gail. I lost more money than you'll ever see in your life, probably, Gail. No offense, but trust me. Well, we got yesterday. Sure. Right. Trailing stops good. Well, I manually trailing my own stop. If you're talking about having it automated, but generally, once I sell something, especially around big numbers like Tesla, I just use the big numbers. So, Beyond Meat, we got there. All right, hang on. I didn't even want to sell. I'm buying it back. Breaks 350, we might be going to 385 now. So I just bought it all back. They put 350 bid, right? And again, sorry to distract you from this wonderful Tesla trade going on, but Beyond Meat just ding ding, and I bought it all back now. Now I'm going to buy. If it breaks 350, I'm going to start getting back into some size again. $381. I'll take another 30 cents. There you go. There you go, fucker. There you go, motherfucker. All right, just got 100,000 shares now. Just a little bit. I'm gonna put an offer out for 1,500 shares at 357, just because I can. Oh, 57, 62, 75, and then if it breaks that price, I ain't selling anymore. But I'll sell a little bit. Somebody just bought it immediately at 57 for 2,000 shares out 57 and just gobbled it up from me. This thing's going. And if it goes green here, we got ourselves a 1 minute. You don't got a multi-day, but you got yourself a faux show, bro. 1 minute VWAP reversal here. The only better part, if you get 358 on the bid, right? We got 358 bid, starts trading 362. You got to look 375 and then 380. And if it breaks 380, kids, if it breaks 380, you start calling your mama. Well, the shorts are going to be calling their mamas. Here we go. Somebody said to me, why are you concentrating on Beyond Meat? Why not? You get to buy 10,000 shares of the stock at an 8-cent risk and you make 50 cents. It's a $5,000 trade. Market never goes down, people. That's why also. You haven't gone on to that concept yet. Any stock that faux show bros, you buy it. Any one of them. The dirtier, doggiest, dumb piece of shit stock's even better. Because those are the ones that are cheap and they rip. Yeah, everybody's loving Tesla right now in the queues, but maybe you can't afford to buy Tesla or the Qs, or you don't want to trade options. Beyond Meat, this is a day trading dream. And you know what? What the hell am I got to put some stops on. Hold on a second. All right. I just sold a shit ton of it at 357. All right. All right. I'm just using a random number here because I'm in it all over the place. 343. My cost average is basically 333. You know, I'm in late. So I'm going to use right in the smack dab in the middle. 343. Now I'm not going to watch it. Let's go back to this Tesla trade, right? And the market, right? Look how we were trying to sell off a second ago, right? What was that? Kenny, what was that? How come the market did that? What was going on right there? It's the market trying to fuck you. Sorry. What did it do? It pulled back to VWAP, and then it held. It's a faux show bro. The whole market. You're one faux show bro away from losing on every short you ever put on for the rest of your life. Don't do it. You want to short something? You better go through your steps like you're in an AA meeting, or better yet, you want to short stocks? 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 Well, remember, as soon as you let go of the button, I'm coming at you full speed, spinning this thing right at your freaking head, and I'm going to own you. And not only am I going to bash your head in, I'm going to burn your house to the ground and take all your money and claim your land for myself. It's the worst thing you can do. Well, it worked yesterday. I know. But man, it is impossible to want to be a shorter in this market. And that's why you go back to dumb stocks like Beyond Meat. Of course it's going to zero. But if they're gonna squeeze it, I want to be part of that squeeze. You know, basically half of my trades now are me victimizing my old self. Because I'd be shorting this Beyond Meat right here. Oh, fuck this shit. No, it's definitely going to zero. Meanwhile, I'm getting killed. My former self would have been coming in looking to short Tesla. Oh, man, those numbers were terrible. This stock's going to get us comeuppance. Yeah, okay. Comeuppance, right. Every mantra the bears have is wrong. I know. I'm the ex-president of the Bear Market Foundation. I'm not even a traveling secretary anymore. I resigned. I'm done. You can't be a shorter. Enough. I'm sure, yeah, it was fun. It was work yesterday for a good hour and a half. Woo! But you come in the next day ready to victimize everybody. Don't sell the Tesla. Now you've got to lock it in, right?
Now you got prior day VWAP as support. The pullback area held. Don't sell this thing unless it legitimately breaks down. Earlier, earlier when I was in it, I almost got stopped out. Where was it? It was like a 12-cent, 15 cents away from my stop, and I didn't get it. Was it? No, where was it? The 420 and a quarter. I went 420 and a half, and it went to 420.60, and I stayed in the trade. It was at 10 cents. You guys are still on IBM, right? It's the same exact trade. Right, so tell me this isn't the easiest trading you've ever seen in your life. When I say this is the greatest trading, the reason I say that is because just the easiest assumption gets validated. That makes it easy. Trading is hard, but when your assumption trades get validated, like this Beyond Meat. So again, your assumptions or your speculations, right? I came in, no doubt, looking to buy IBM and Tesla. But if the market was doing what it was doing yesterday, maybe these trades wouldn't be working. They'd be working to some extent, but go through the checklist. Does the market ever go down anymore? No. Is Tesla and IBM decent companies? Yeah, let's go ahead and say, I think Tesla's the number one company on the face of the planet. And IBM's been a pretty damn good company for the last, 70 years? Yeah, they've done some shit, right? We're in a bull market. All right, cool. So what are we doing? We're looking to buy IBM and Tesla. Okay. When? When they break VWAP. Good. There they are. Fine. It doesn't get much more easy than that, right? Well, how'd you know they were going to break VWAP? You didn't. But they did break VWAP. That's why you take your speculation. All right, cool. We're speculating. Oh, wait, our speculation is now being validated. Push button, make money. Push button again, make more money. Push button again, make more money. And if you're in the Beyond Meat with me, let's go. Let's go, people. Where's it going? 478. Start to dream. If we can get 465, we're getting 480. If we get 480, we're going 4. If we go 4, we're going 478. You got to dream big. It's a bull market. Why not? And not only should you think 478, you should think 100. Right? When they say this is the dumbest market ever, this is why they say it's the dumbest bull market. Because worthless stocks are outperforming the good stocks. And if you're still long Tesla, which you better be. You better be long Tesla. You better be long the Beyond Meat. What are you doing? Right? Make money. Let's go, people. Beyond Meat. You're not buying 200 share lots of this thing, right? You got at least 3,000 shares. Even late, you just paid for your month or a quarter with me. Kenny, man, you make it sound like it's pretty damn easy. It is. There are days where nothing works, and you'll have shitty days. But that day hasn't happened in a very long time. These trades continuously work. They're easy to understand. They're replicable, repeatable. And then sometimes, like on a Beyond Meat, you got paid once, you got paid twice. How about 3 times? How about the 4th time? How you doing? This is the 4th time I've been in the same damn stock. My boy Sid's making fun of me. He's like, why do you trade this bullshit? I'm like, trade this bullshit? I'm doing $400 bucks, $500 bucks a clip every time I trade it. Now this one's even better. And still own the Tesla, right? Nobody's selling. It's not 435 yet. At 435, you get permission to sell. And then you raise your stop to the 432.50. Right? You're still in the IBM, right? You're looking for 282.50. Why? Because stocks don't stop at 282. They stop at 282.50. Watch. Watch. Do it. Do it. The only regret you're going to have is selling on the way up, and they keep going up. That's kind of why I hate bull markets, because that's specifically what always happens to me. Even when I sell in increments, inevitably I'm not going to have any left, and then everything keeps going. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But you got to try to find some contentment and make as much money as you possibly can. Play by the rules, rinse and repeat. And the days are the same days over and over and over again. And by the way, raising stop them beyond to 349 now. Because now that you sold them at 365, you raise your stop. You don't want to get excessively greedy. I still think we've got a chance to go to 4. But now you see where it pivoted there? That's my stop. All right. So now I say, all right, I'll dream. I'll dream, because the market never goes down. I'll hang in there with you. But now I'm putting my stop. You know what? No, I'm actually putting it at 51. 51. So now, because I did buy more at 350, I don't want to lose money on even any of it. So now 351 is my stop. Target $1 million. Let's go. New highs beyond me. What's up? What's up? What's up? You guys still got Tesla, right? Don't sell it. You got your offer out, right? 435, 435 or bust, right? Oh, where did IBM just go to? 482.50? Oh, because the market's not rigged? Oh, you thought that wasn't going to happen right there a second ago, didn't you, right? Oh, you also thought the market was going to go down today, didn't you? Right. Right, because we go down 2 days in a row. Right, sure. Right. Yeah. Go call your uncle who touched you inappropriately to borrow some more money to add to your short position. What did he just say? Because that's the only people short in this market. You need me to elaborate on that story? Yeah. The only people short in this market have been inappropriately touched from their uncle. Because I don't want to hear it. Nobody who's playing by the rules has any money left. So they must have some rich uncle that keeps funding them. Here, you want to short the market some more? Here, throw some more money away. As Tesla rips your head off. Yeah, I'm going to keep shorting this Tesla because their earnings report wasn't any good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keep shorting it. Yeah, okay. Good job. As it breaks 482.50, 282.50, like there was nobody there. Like there was nobody there. What, you're going to faux show bro us? I invented it. You're not going to faux show bro us. We know where the stock's going. You can't fool us. But what you can do now is you put a stop on, right underneath, right there. You want to hang in there with the IBM, which you should be, because it's probably going higher and then probably flirting with green. 2 days worth of VWAP. 3 days. 3 days is basically the area that I would put my stop in. Here's the 4, and they're all the same price. Guess the stock was kind of going sideways for the past 5 days, but that doesn't matter to any of us, right? You're long from way down here or over here or over here or over here. Making money, baby. So in the year 2028, when the Qs are sitting there at 1,043 on April 20th at 1:43 p.m., write that one down for a prediction. Huh? You like that one? I'm giving you, not only do I tell you where it's going, I'm telling you the exact day it's going to hit. So when it's there, and we're still trading, holy shit, this dude called 400-point rally 3.5 years before it happened. Yes. And I'll do it again, just like I did with the Dow 20,000. You know why? Because I do these calculations in my head now as a former shorter. I'm like, all right, so where's it going to go? Where is it going to inflict the most pain? We'll probably bring it here, they'll dip it here, and we'll probably be here. And my calculations right now give me 1,040 at 1:43 p.m. on April 20th, 2028. Well, I'll be doing this. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. If you don't think the market's going to double in the next 3 or 4 years, it's not a big deal. You don't think the market's going to double in the next 3.5 years? Why? You don't think the Dow's going to be 100,000 in the next 4 or 5 years? Why not? Of course it is. Dow's going to hit 1 million probably in our lifetime. You know it is. Why? Is Tesla not going to 3,000? Of course it is. That's going to carry the whole market. Remember a couple of months ago when they said, oh, this Apple stock's a dinosaur. No one even wants their new phone. Man, this stock is awful. No one even wants their products anymore. Their ecosystem's dead. Oh, yeah? Is it? Yeah, nobody wants their stuff anymore. Yeah, it's a dinosaur. Yeah, we're addicted to their products and they keep raising prices. Yeah, terrible business model. So you know Apple's about to double too. Tesla's about to go 400% or 500%. Amazon ain't going anywhere, right? AMD is going to 500. Nvidia is going to be a $10 trillion company. What? Do you not think these things are going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years? I don't even know why we're having this conversation because right now it's all about IBM, baby. You guys are long IBM and Tesla right now, right? And Beyond Meat, not just sitting here goofing around, right? You know they're both going green, right? They're on cruise control right now. It's just a matter of time. How long is it going to take for Tesla to get this next 4.5 points? I don't know, an hour or two. How long is it going to take for IBM to get the other 4 points? I don't know, a couple hours. I don't know. But now that you broke 482, you broke the 282.50 on the IBM. Now that's your stop. Now put your feet up on the desk and wait. And if you're not long, big size on the offer, Beyond Meat. Do you even know what big size on the offer means? Let me show you. And they're buying it. Well, let me show you. Oh, and they bought it all. So big size on the offer. So when they started flashing, huge. They had like basically 1 billion shares for sale at 350. And in this market, and guys, if you watch market makers back in the day when I didn't use charts to trade, you would just follow the money, right? So the market makers, you don't see them here. Now you see ARCA, EdgeX, these are ECNs. The real people that are doing the trades, the Goldman Sachs and the Citadels and all those, they're hiding behind these ECNs. Originally, back in the day, stock was going higher. The person that wanted to buy it would go high bid, I'm bidding because I want the stock. And then the stock would go up, you go high bid. And you would see Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. You'd see real market makers. And if you saw Goldman Sachs consistently going high bid as the stock was going up, you knew for a fact Goldman Sachs was buying. And if you buy us, we want a contract that's ironclad. If you buy us, you can't break us up. I'm still listening. And if you don't know that reference, just leave. Just go away. Can I call you Larry? So when they have big size on the offer, back in the day, if Goldman Sachs went low bid or on the offer, and you saw them hitting trades on time and sales and Goldman Sachs doesn't move, you know Goldman Sachs had some stock to sell. And if he started showing some size on the offer, he wasn't messing around. He's like, listen, you want to buy some stock? I'm right here. I got 100,000 for you. What do you want? I'll sell you all you want. And you knew the stock was going to have some issues getting over that price. Now it's a bunch of bullshit. because everything in the market is trying to dupe you into believing what's wrong. So now they show the big size on the offer. That's a buyer. So when you have momentum going your way and they start flashing big size on the offer, buy it. They're trying to fool you. So if they start flashing massive size at 373 on the way up, you'll start seeing it. And then you get one of these scanners that you love so much. Freaking scanners right there. Can't see it. Uh-oh, right there. What that does, it looks for the big blocks, the 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 share blocks. So when I see them trying to fool us on a level 2, Tesla new highs, there you go. Sold to you. 435. Now you can sell some. There you go. 435. Now don't sell anymore until it goes to 437.50 or 432.50. You're not selling. And you're not selling this IBM until it breaks 282.50 or you sell for profit at 285. Don't give up your stock. We're going higher. Why? Because the market never goes down. You see that? You see how easy trading is when you just assume that we're never going down and let the chart validate it. Does anybody see any selling? I don't see any. Do you? Mr. Delusional person that thinks the market could actually go down 2 days in a row? Where are the sellers? Why are you not stomping on private pile? Why is private pile in my head? Why is private pile calling that weapon at my head? Private pile, you should be bashing the shorts heads in. USAR, tell me, what do you want to do with it? Is it going back up finally? Let's buy it. Market never goes down. As a matter of fact, USAR might be a good buy. I like it down here now. Look at this guy picking up a faux show, bro. How you doing? You in already? I like it. Faux show? You got the faux show. Now, the real bro would happen at 24.55 because you got to get through a 1 minute and a multi-day colliding. That's real resistance right here. But you probably, if you get there, it's a good start on a trade. But if you get over it, that's when you can really accelerate to the upside. You guys know Tesla's going to go up another 3 points from here, right? I mean, you know that, right? It's not an if. It's just a when. I mean, you're not going to stop it. And then when it goes green, what happens tomorrow? It goes up another 12 to 15 points. Because, I don't know if you heard this or not, but the market doesn't go down anymore. Yeah. I don't know if you heard yet, but market doesn't go down. Have you heard? Oh, but let's stick with the program right now, right? So how do you stay in these trades and how do you stay in a market that never goes down? Just raise your stops. So if by some chance, right, Tesla goes down, then you sell it. And you're using 2.5 point increments. So now what's the if then statement? If 432.50, then sell. If 437.50, sell some. 432.50, sell whatever you have left. 437.50, you sell some because if it breaks 437.50, you have to assume it's going to 438.97. You drink it in, baby, Joe. You get me. You get me navigating the market every day like nobody can, and I get you into these trades. And if today was your first day, you'd be so long the Tesla with us, and you should be up about 3 or 4 grand just on a couple of hundred shares. And if you bought some options, which I regret not buying, you'd be up, 10 or 15,000 just on this one trade. Let alone the IBM, in the Beyond Meat. And oh man, wait a second. Holy shit, what the fuck is going on? See? Too busy talking. I didn't sell the Beyond Meat. Should have sold it. 361 on the way down there. 75, 75, 75, 75. Yeah, all right. Well. And by the way, also, if anybody's paying attention, still got this SRAD. I don't know if I want to hold another stock into an earnings report. I'm probably dumping all my SRAD by November 5th, which is next week. I mean, we're profitable on it. We started buying this thing at $17. I'm actually gonna eat some of it for a loss because I bought more at 30. I ain't feeling it no more. So I'm gonna give it another week. But it's been a good trade, you know, until the analysts got involved instead of upgrading it. That kind of ruined the trade. And if anybody's in VICR, I'm never selling. I haven't seen a stock act this positively to earnings. I mean, Oracle was positive, but remember how awesome the Oracle number was. What happened after the second day when people realized, all right, we gotta take some profits here, right? And then Oracle's been short ever since. This VICR, this stock just woke up. And if you don't know the story here, they pre-announced their earnings the night before the earnings came out. They basically said, we're so damn excited about how great this earnings report is going to be. We're going to give you a glimpse the day before. And it went up that day, obviously, because it was a pretty good pre-announcement, right? And then they announced earnings, and it's still tacked on another 12. And then the next day, it tacks on another 6. The stock's going to 5,000. So, what was my point? I don't remember my point. Something about the market never going down. What was my point about this one? Oh, right. Certain stocks that I own, yeah. I mean, I bought this thing back today. I'm never selling it. Unless it goes up to 70, of course, which would be horrifying. But I'd buy more. As long as it never breaks back below that 66, I'm probably in this thing for life. Because I got to see what happens at 98. You know, this is a Kardashian bottom from hell. Here's the 5-year chart. We're about to go here. You break 98, this thing might be at 120. So again, I've never seen the stock gap and go, and then go the next day with zero profit taking. There's nobody selling this thing. I'm telling you, I've never seen this before. Pre-announces earnings. So you think, all right, what they have to say is going to be kind of baked in. No, it tax on another 20%. And then you think, all right, cool, it'll be some profit taking. No, it tax on another 10%. This stock's going to $1 million. So sick. Sick. I make trades every day, yeah. I don't do as many as I talk about because I'm much better at talking about trading than I am a trader, to be honest. But I can't trade all these names at the same time. It's impossible. But I am hiring. So I'm hiring 2 people to help me because, man, I missed the IBM. I came in way, way late. Tesla, yeah, I was on that one. But there is usually, during earnings season, a good 12 to 15 monster trades. And I'm usually on only 2 of them. But 2 of them is better than 0 because they've all been working lately. But I want to be in all 12. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to build an algo to make sure that we don't miss any. But while we're building the algo, I want to get human algorithms. Just bunch of people listening to me in the chat room. I'll give you the account access. You put some money in, I put the rest in. Press the buttons for me, I'll give you 20% of the profits. It's very simple. You fuck up once, and we end you. Don't fuck up. Oh, this trades every day, man. Oh, we never sleep. I trade futures now these last 10 days. My futures trades, the least I've made, want to hear this one? I haven't made less than $1,000 on these futures trades. I've only done like 3 or 4 of them. I should be trading futures more often because the futures, right, are the Qs and they never go down, right? So the other day when I was shorting them and we had a really nice trade, woo, woo. And we know that the shorts are going to be short-lived. And then if you trade futures, and you don't even have to go crazy. So here, this is from 2 nights ago. This is last night. No, yeah, this is last night. So there's the foe, there's the show, and there's the VWAP break. So right here, just on this little tiny trade, right? Fake them out, take them out. I should have been buying here and here, but I bought the VWAP break, right? So you're buying a contract 25020, and it goes 25043. That's 40 points on one contract. That's more than most people make in 2 days, and you're doing this in 12 minutes. And then, again, if you didn't sell it, you gave it back, but then look what happened. Faux show, bro, VWAP break, you do it again. And then if you were really, if you just fell asleep, you wound up making, close to 12, it was 100-point trade. 100 points on one contract, $2,000, right? And then look, come back to test VWAP in the middle of the night, you happen to be awake, new entry. That's another 50 points. That's $1,000 right there on one contract. And then, same exact trade. Look, you finally had the market tells you that, hey, look, you got a chance to be a shorter. And then, of course, you always keep in mind that the market never goes down. And you're one faux show bro away from being annihilated. So instead of being annihilated, you cover and go long. And if you guys are still long Tesla, let's go. Right? See, price action keeps you in the trade. You ain't doing anything. If this thing goes choppy for the next hour, you know what you're going to do? Nothing. Because you're waiting to see how the chop resolves. It's probably going higher. But you're not going to sell in this chop because you already sold, right? You sold some at 535, 435. 432.50 is your out on the rest if it breaks, which it probably never will. And now you're expecting it to go to 437.50. What's up? What's up? What, it's not going to 437.50? Should I remind you again? The stock's going to 3,000. Not today, but it's going to 3,000, maybe 5,000. Can't go there without breaking VWAP. Can't go there without breaking 420. And it certainly can't go there without breaking 436. So when it breaks 436, I'm just hallucinating. It's like actually 437. When it breaks 437 and goes to 437.50, the next spot for it to go is break even, which is 438.97, where there might be some sellers lurking, but they're gonna stop the freight train, right? When it breaks 438.97, what do you think is gonna happen? It's gonna go to 440. Right? And then finally the short's going to be like, damn, I guess we got to cover this thing. And then it's going to go to 450. And then tomorrow it's going to tack on another 20 points. Don't sell it. Your excuses are your own. So you want to have another AA meeting?
Well, yeah, I really came in. I read the Tesla numbers were pretty bad. I thought the market was going to go down today.
Did you? Get VWAP on your charts, and you'll never make that mistake again.
Oh man, I read the report. Man, the message boards were saying the stock was really overvalued, and this analyst guy said, this thing should be $285.
Did he? What does he know? He knows nothing. Nobody knows anything. VWAP's more smart than all the people. Hey, did it just hit 437? Nobody knows more about anything than me. Because trust me, shorting doesn't work anymore. And that's why now I victimize these people as it rips to 437.50. What's up? What's up? What's up? Not 437.23. Wait for it. Wait for it. Give me the half. Give me the half. Put it on the bid, and then we go to 440, and we rip all the way into the aftermarket. Gap up tomorrow. The stock's at 900 tomorrow afternoon. You really think so? Sure, why not? Have you witnessed what goes on in 2025, where every stock goes up 300% as soon as it starts to move? Right? Until we stop doing this, I will continue to say every stock is going to $1 million. Wait. 427.30. Wait. Now, if you're thinking about selling, maybe you sold some already as it got to that point. But there's going to be a point where it hits it. They're going to do a rug pull. I should have sold it. Shh. Calm down. Nothing in between 435 and 437.50 means anything now. Let other people worry about it. If it breaks 435, actually no. If it breaks 434.93, then you dump what you got left. But right now, you have to assume it's going green. And that's at 438.97. You want to sell some at the half on the way there? Be my guest. But you'd be crying to your mama like I'm crying. Like, what was I doing? I'm selling 430, patting myself on the back. Now I just left 7 points on the table. But you have to sell on the way up just in case it does go down. Okay, it only hit 37.35. What? Do you guys even remember when the market would go down like 2 days in a row? Like, I don't remember those days. Remember when stocks would actually go down and not bounce? What was that like? 2011? 2021, right? That was the last time we actually trended down. When Kathy Wood was getting annihilated and Carvana was headed down from 365 to $2. Yeah. Now our bear markets last for 24 hours, maybe. You don't even get like that bear market. Officially, that was a bear market. Officially, stock market plummeted more than 20%. It was a crash and not a bear market. Officially, we're still in a bear market. I don't know if you know that. Right? Yeah, bear market. Bear markets don't exist any longer. What the hell's taking so long here, Tesla? Thank you. You see what I'm doing here? This is trading live, right? And the whole time, what have we been doing? I'm telling you exactly where the stock's going to go. Is it going there? All right. Did you sell some at 437.50? Now don't sell anymore. Now don't sell anymore. Like ever. That's enough. That's enough. Don't sell any more of it. Target 900 tomorrow afternoon.
Oh man, I don't really think it's gonna go to 900 tomorrow,
Kenny, why? Why not?
Well, now you're sounding kind of weird and far-fetched.
Oh, am I? Am I? Wait till you see it at 900 tomorrow. As it goes green right here. You're still long Tesla, right? You're not just looking at my face, right?
Man, this is pretty amazing. You just told us where the stock is gonna go.
You know it's up 8 points since we started this conversation, right? And you know why this is happening, right? Yeah. Because the market never goes down. You see that, Gail? I know it hurts your feelings. I know it must burn. It burns me. I'm a bear. But don't ever, Gail, try to tell me what you think you know. I'm living proof. How's that Tesla working out for us, right? What are we up now? You guys are in from 420, right? It's only a 16-point trade, right? Right? Now, when it goes green, that's known as the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal trade. We haven't even got to the green part. So say it with me, Gail. You're sorry. You never should have doubted me. You understand that the market does pull back from time to time, but in theory, do I need to show you this chart again, Gail? As Tesla goes to 438.97, do I need to show you this chart? This is a chart of the stock market from the last 100 years. You see where it's way down there? And then it goes way up there, like every chart on any stock, because the market never goes down.
Oh, but it went down over there.
I know. And then what happened? It went back up. And then down here, too. And then there was this thing. We had a recession or some shit. Right? And then, oh, look at that. There was like this capitalism was canceled for a while. And then we had some sort of Ebola breakout and SARS and some other shit. And then, .com. And, And yeah, what? You're going to debate? Why don't you call my dad? Ask him if the market goes down. This cost average on the Qs right now is $66. You think he's wondering why and how the market goes up every day? He doesn't give a shit. Right? Don't fight it. Now, while we're sitting here having this conversation, right, you're supposed to be long Tesla the whole time. From the guy who said, hey, is it too late to buy it? And I said, no, because it's going to go green. That was 8.5 points ago. 10, if you were paying attention. This trade right here was supposed to pay you to join the chat room. That's why I don't put my face on the screen. You were just staring at my good looks, right? I know. I'm handsome. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm charismatic. Don't be distracted from the main point here. Make money. Tesla, about to go green. How you doing? Green. Ladies and gentlemen, 24 hours ago when Tesla reported numbers and I said, I guarantee you the stock at least flirts with green. Thank you very much. And now it's green. Don't sell it. So now, if you want to live in this delusional planet that you're on, Gail, right? Or anybody that wants to, you want to come at me, as they say. Do they even say that anymore, the kids? Come at me, bro. I'm trading live right here, giving you exactly play by play where the stock's going to go. Did it not go to 437.50, sold to you, then to 438.97, where you sold a couple of more shares? Did it not hit? Is it not hitting 440 as we're sitting here and you're about to sell some more sold? Are these not happening, or are we just hallucinating together? Because if you smoke DMT, yeah, you get those group hallucinations. You guys know what I'm talking about? Sure. You ever trip on acid? Yeah, all right. Probably shouldn't do it while you're trading. But maybe you're just hallucinating. Maybe you just, maybe your brain got altered where you actually look at something and just don't even see it. I don't know. But what we just did here live together, without a shadow of a doubt, did it just happen? We have it recorded now. Did I tell you to get into Tesla, right? What did I tell you to do? Don't be afraid to buy this last break, because look at the volume surge. Why did it surge through there? Because everybody that made the mistake of faux showing down there got back in on the range break because they know where it's going. And now you could have this trade back. I don't care where it goes from here, because my job was to get this thing to the green, and I did it. And now you're talking about, remember those options that you bought? Remember those options that you bought, the 430s that you were unsure if you wanted to pay up for those at $4? Well, now they're 14. Sold to you. Hey, sold to you. There it is. Sold to you. You can have your Tesla back now. I'm done. My job is done. It'll probably go up another 12 or 15 points, but I just sold it because 440 was my target, and 440, so shall it be. And 440, it shall be forever. I'll assume the stock's going up higher, but I'm giving you full disclosure here. I'm out. And I will even elaborate on this wonderful trade. I kind of fucked it up by selling along the way. Because if you haven't noticed, every time I sold, it went up. But in this case, my style of trading wasn't that good. Because why didn't I just hold the whole lot all the way to 440, you ask? Because then it wouldn't have happened. So I trade every trade exactly the same. If I'm buying here at 426 and change, I'm selling some at 427.50. I'm selling 430. I'm selling 432.50. I'm selling 435. I'm selling 437.50. And by 440, it's over. My only mistake was selling that first burst. But you know what? I was pretty damn happy right there, getting paid immediately. So I sell it. And that allows me to say, okay, now that I sold for a profit, I can hang in there. Let's go milk in the trade. And now you know this fucker's going up another 20 or 50 points from here, right? I probably shouldn't have sold it all right here, but because now you got yourself a 1 minute multi-day VWAP earnings reversal. And the stock could legitimately pack on half of what it was down. So it could put on 17 more points from here. What? Yeah. Why not? It just rallied. Do you think because it just rallied 17 points, it can't pack on another 17 from here? Why? Are you saying I should still be buying it here? It's not a great buy, considering I've been telling you to buy it since 526. But it probably is going to 450. But I'm not in it anymore because I got what I came for. And it should have been a $200,000 trade. You put 50 contracts, 100 contracts on this thing, you're talking about $250,000. And inevitably, you'll have that kind of money to throw at these ideas, knowing how well they work. You're not buying 4 contracts and selling one here, one here, one here, one here, and then you're done. You start with 400 contracts, selling 20, 20, 20, 20, and you look at your P&L and you're like, oh shit, I just made $250,000. And that's just one trade. So my question is, did you do it? Or did you just sit here? Did you do it? Did you buy the 430s? Did you? This guy just traded DMP. What? What's going on? We're trading on DMP? I'm in. Is that part of the service? So you want to know what you're getting? I just walked you through a 12.5-point trade. That's what I do. And I remind you, as I tried to remind Gail and Jimmy, you see Gail and Jimmy and the person that gave me 10 minutes yesterday to impress you. Somebody joined our chat room and within 10 minutes wanted their money back because I hadn't given enough stock ideas in the first 10 minutes of the day. I'm like, take an ace. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Or better yet, give me a couple of days. Because I don't know if it was a woman or a man, but hey, fella, you just missed a nice 700% return on the Tesla and a 500% on the IBM and a 300% on the QQQ, as well as a nice little Beyond Meat trade. And it's only 1247. And this would have been day 2.5 for you. But you want to get all riled up. And I'm not upset that you want your money back. I'll be all right. I'm upset that you didn't get to see how awesome these trades are. Because now you'd be like, oh shit. I'm glad I gave you an extra couple of days to prove your worth to me. And that's what I do. And I give you stocks like VICR that go up 30 points. Thank you, Mr. Acabano. No. Thank you, Mr. Acabano. You don't have to know options. You just put the option chain on and you buy the at the money call on the stock that we're talking about. Or you just buy 200 shares and you make yourself $3,000. Or if you're in a better position, you buy 1,000 shares and you make yourself $30,000. It's all relative. And you see that Beyond Meat trade, right? It's old, right? Remember we were selling at 362, and then we raised our stop to 362 and 350, right? So while we're having this fantastic trade in Tesla, I don't even have to look. I got stopped out, and wasn't a bad trade. It's pretty freaking awesome. So when a stock does the thing that you don't want it to do, you get stopped out. That's why we stayed with Tesla the whole time, because it never did anything to tell us to get out. All it was telling us was that it wanted to go higher, and we just had to wait. And it wanted to go higher, and we just had to wait. Same thing with IBM, right? And the IBM might have got you. Ooh, actually, it would have got you. Because it did break the 8250 on the pullback. And again, if you were tight, if you're long come down here, maybe you're using bigger stops. For me, I'm always using 2.5-point increments. That would have got me. And let me tell you something about Tesla, right? You know it's going up tomorrow, right? Because the shorts that haven't got annihilated, they're still in the stupid stock. Short.
Oh, please, bro.
And I'm hoping they're right. I hope they get the pullback that they're so desiring to lick their wounds. So let's say again, I'm rooting against Tesla right now because I'm not in it. I would love to see this thing go back to 435 for two reasons. One, because I want to buy it back. But the main reason is that if you give the shorts this idea that they're onto something, we are going to take their money again. So if it does dip, let's say it dips and then stays below the 435. Tomorrow you see it red, and the shorts think they're onto something. You know they're never going to be onto something ever. It's a faux show bro away from kicking their asses, right? And see how great the third entry was, because the third entry is quite often the best one, because the people that made the mistakes early get back in. Now you got where you can trade the options a little bit fairly priced because it's an hour into the day. The stock ain't going down. But if you had a chance, if there is a chance it does go down, it's just going to be a dip and rip or a faux show bro away from doing the same exact thing tomorrow. And tomorrow the options will be even cheaper because they expire tomorrow. But you're probably not going to get a chance. It's probably just going to keep going up all day and close and go up to 8 p.m. And then it's probably going to end at 450 by the end of the day. All right. I hope you made some money. I mean, nobody in their right mind is thinking about shorting the stock, right? Market doesn't go down, yeah. Maybe one day you'll be right for about 20 minutes. I'm sure you'll make all the money in the world as a shorter in those 20 minutes that you get every 3 weeks to be a shorter. It's a great trade. Good luck. As Tesla just hit 442.50. Good luck as a short.